5. You were terrified, of course, Mrs. Webb.
I lay in bed completely helpless with fear.
What did you do as he left through the window?
I put on my bed lamp, and then I dashed to the window, opened it again, and yelled. You see, I realized who he was. The papers are full of the stories of the Black Raider. He's visited every suburb for miles around, so I knew it was he. He was so dark-skinned.
This constable who heard you call managed to outpace him. Did he offer any resistance, Constable?
Not much, sir. I took him out of the station and charged him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a feather in our cap to get him after all these months.
Yes. Did he say anything to you?
Not a word I could understand, sir. You remember, sir, he's foreign, very darkish.
You brought him along with you, Constable?
Yes, sir, he's in the car outside. Constable James is looking after him.
Bring him in, will you?
Yes, sir.
This is a very pretty room, Mrs. Webb.
Yes, I'm going to move, though. No more bedrooms on ground floors for me. I'll get a flat high up somewhere.
Yeah. And this is the wall safe, huh?
Yes, Inspector.
Well, the fingerprint men will get busy on that before long. You'll be able to identify your visitor, of course.
Certainly. He looked a bit like a Hindu. You know, dark face and lean.
That, of course, is how you reached the conclusion you'd had a call from the infamous Black Raider.
Yes.
Come in, Constable. So, here's the Black Raider at last.
I am no thieving person. There are some mistake made. I protest.
But you were arrested by this constable as you were running down the street from this house where the lady was calling for help.
There are where the mistake are being made. I are running because a train I are wanting to catch.
You identify this man, Mrs. Webb, as the man who entered this room and threatened you with a knife before robbing you?
I do, definitely.
He was searched, Constable.
Yes, sir, but no jewelry on him. We thought he must have dumped it as he ran, but we've searched and combed every garden between here and the spot where I nabbed him. But not a sparkle.
I are still protesting. I are an honest man, a man of high caste in India, most prosperous. Also, you see, I are Pasi, much respected in my country.
What time did you make the arrest, Constable?
2:20 a.m., sir. I just looked at my watch when I saw his nibs leaving the gate here, and I heard the lady cry out.
Please have that habit. Well, now, you've been identified, my lad. Perhaps you'll tell us how you disposed of the jewelry you took from Mrs. Webb's safe.
I are not taking some jewelry from safe of this lady. I are protesting.
In that case, call on Zoroaster to vouch for you.
Who is this?
You wouldn't know Zoroaster because you're no Parsi. And incidentally, you and Mrs. Webb are under arrest. You'll be charged with conspiracy to defraud. Sometime you'll have to tell us where the jewels are hidden. How did I do it? Look, Constable, most crooks are ignorant fools. Who ever saw a Parsi with blue eyes? There were photos of him all over the room, signed Lovingly Val. I knew he was no Hindu or Parsi, so I gathered he was sufficiently in love to help her.
I see, sir.
Reading of the Black Raider so much, he dyed his hair and skin to make this look like one of the Raider's jobs. Matter of fact, the Raider was busy 14 miles away last night. Mrs. Webb's story was all fabrication. She saw a dark-skinned man, she says, but she forgot that she said she turned on her bed lamp just as he'd left by the window. How could she see whether he was a native or a white man in the dark?